Hello folks, Neil here and welcome to episode 45 of IWALVG Finds. I've got some great stuff to share with you guys this week. Let's check it out. A new week, eh? Well, time to head to the flea market. Just 30 seconds into checking out the tables, I notice rows and rows of green cases. Yep, those are Xbox games, as well as some PS1 titles too. $2 a piece, but there's really nothing here I'm interested in. Why couldn't there be a Stubbs the Zombie or Conquer Live and Reloaded in here, damn it? This next table isn't very promising either. More sports and shovelware. And now this lady again. These games have been out here for months. Can she not see that they may be a tad overpriced? Here's a table being run by a guy about my age that I've never seen before, and he's got a few PS1 games with a system, along with a custom-painted SNES and, ooh, a novelization of one of my all-time favorite movies, The Dark Crystal. I'll most certainly grab this if the price is right.
Dark Crystal, $5.
$5?
Yeah. Okay, she's in good shape.
And the PlayStation games?
PlayStation I'm selling with the system. I try to keep it as a package because then I'm stuck with one or the other.
Well, because I was interested in the X-Files.
Just the X-Files game?
Yeah.
I'll let it go for $4. It's got all the disc in there and everything.
$4?
Yeah.
$9 for both? Hey now, someone I haven't seen in a while. The really nice young girl with the pink hair is back. She's the one I got some great NES deals from last year. Looks like she stocked up on the leftover games another vendor was selling a few weeks ago. The last time I came across these games, I was on a tight budget, but this time I'm ready to grab a few titles I missed. I ended up getting 2 CIB Genesis titles, The Incredible Hulk and Super Street Fighter 2 for $15, which is actually cheaper than it would have been had I bought them initially a few weeks ago. I guess sometimes it pays to wait. On my way back to my car, I notice stacks of jewel cases at the far end of a table. I always check these out because there could be other stuff mixed in, like PS1, Dreamcast, or PC games. Ended up finding a few of them, including Tomb Raider and X-Wing, for only $1 a piece. And with that, the week is off to a good start, having only spent $29 on a fairly decent haul. Pawn shop time, and it's too bad I don't collect for the Sega Saturn because it looks like they've got a nice little collection up for sale. Virtua Fighter 2 and Tomb Raider are the only titles I'd be interested in, but again, I'm not a big Saturn guy. Well, if you got a PS1 and like wrestling, it looks like the pawn shop's where you ought to be. Behind the counter, they've got a huge stack of GameCube and Wii games ready to go out for sale, but don't get too excited. As I stated in the last episode, they're getting more strict on pricing when it comes to first-party Nintendo titles, and they're using eBay and Amazon as price guides more and more, so it looks like I won't be buying any copies of Melee from here anytime soon. However, I did talk them down on a few other titles and ended up getting this respectable little stack for only $40. They even tossed in the GBA Altered Beast for free. Second in Charles time. $17 for Double Dragon, but this sticker says $6.99. Now here's something you don't see every day, a TurboGrafx 16 game. This is JJ and Jeff for $25. I'm not familiar with TurboGrafx games at all, so I'm gonna leave this for someone who's more knowledgeable on the system. Here's another oddity, Gauntlet 4 for Sega Genesis. The case features the same artwork that's on the NES cart. 4 titles later and you couldn't come up with new artwork, Tengen? Talk about lazy. Choplifter! Man, this is one of my favorite games on the 7800. I can't tell you how many mornings I was late for the school bus because I was busy rescuing and transporting hostages in my helicopter. And also playing this game too. The best game ever. You know what's funny about this set of prices? The gray Zelda cart is actually the rarer one between the two. Is a sealed Tomb Raider 2 really worth $40? I'm not knocking the game, it's actually my favorite Lara Croft adventure. I'm just wondering. Now here's a game I haven't seen in a while, Bullet Witch. Lots of potential in this game. I used to have it, but I got frustrated with the controls, so I got rid of it. For this price, maybe it's time to give it another shot. Galarian's Ash, or Galarian's Ash, a game that runs in 60 frames per second that came out in 2002. And yet, For some reason, some games today struggle to hit 60 FPS. What a wacky industry. More obscure stuff, a Panasonic 3DO sampler CD. Like the TurboGrafx, I don't know much about the 3DO. This is tempting, but I'd rather let someone else grab it. Now if this were, say, the Virtual Vivid disc, then I'd probably pick it up. You know, for collectability and all that. Nothing more. Really. The Art of Remember Me, another solid game that goes unnoticed. This book is cool, but not $15 cool. Really? Wiimote condoms for $3? How many of these do I find in the GameStop dumpsters on a regular basis? Oh man, I should start trading them in here. Jeez, how long was I in there? This looks like my cue to go home. I guess I was just cheap today because that $5 Bullet Witch is all I walked out with. Maybe next week I'll pick up more. A jumbled mess of loose discs is what greets me at the first table of flea market trip number 2 this week. Very rarely will I buy loose PS2 discs. It'd have to be Haunting Ground or Rule of Rose or something. Looks like people are still selling Redbox discs. Oh boy, iCarly for the Wii! Everyone needs a Sam in their life! Don't ask me how I know who she is. Just don't, please. Check out these badass Topps Dinosaurs Attacks trading cards. I've got an entire set somewhere in my house. These were so awesome. They were basically the sequel set to the classic Mars Attacks cards of the 1960s. This is one pissed off looking Jade Bunny. I'm just gonna leave this here. Complete in-box Atari Flashback and a sealed plug-and-play Atari Paddle console. These things are pretty cool, but I've already got the authentic vintage stuff at home, so I have no need for these. Here's something you don't see every day, a VCD. VCDs kind of filled the gap between CD-ROMs and DVDs and are actually still manufactured today, but they obviously never took off. This one's for The Empire Strikes Back. It's in great shape, and I know someone who's been searching for the Star Wars VCD, so for $1, I grabbed it. I love this movie. It's ridiculously stupid, and it went straight to video for a reason, but it's so entertaining. Where else are you gonna see a guy driven off a skyscraper in a friggin' golf cart? What is with the creepy bunnies today? Another one? Stop following me. What the hell is going on? Jeez. This guy, one of the shadiest, most overpriced sellers here. He never, ever, ever has good deals. Oh, you think I'm exaggerating? Check this out.
That one ain't for sale. Unless it goes with the,
Oh, it goes with this? How much?
No.
That's what I mean, is it?
I'm just saying, that one right there, if I don't sell it today, that's the only game I want to play.
Well, how much are you selling the PS2 for?
60. I got, look,
60?
Look, I got extenders. I got extenders on all.
But it's 60 for the whole thing?
No, not the game. I bought them games 2 weeks ago just to, you know what I mean? I had the PS for it.
Dude wants $60 for a PS2, a controller, and a memory card. No power cable, no video cables, and no games. The games on top of the console are just for show, and as soon as I expressed interest in black, he tossed it behind the table, saying he was going to keep it. Maybe I'll do better at this table.
How much are the PS2 games?
Most of them sell for $1, but a couple of them, you know what I mean, a little bit more.
How much for black?
They're not in there. Actually, I had them back, sold them already, so I'm going to put them back.
So these have already been sold?
Yeah, well, I had a case and the guy come and I didn't realize that these were in the case that he wanted.
Are there more besides this, or is this it?
Yeah, that's all I have left. I saw he bought all the rest of them.
What the hell? Some of these are $1, some aren't. Oh, this game goes here, but I think this one's sold, but maybe it didn't. F***ing jeez, get it together, man. And now I've got more creepy stuff watching me? Alright, I gotta leave. There's some bad mojo or something floating around here today. Last stop of the week, Goodwill. Please, please let this week end on a high note. What's this? Do my eyes deceive me? It's White Knuckle Score in the out-of-print Nintendo tie-in album from MCA Records. This thing is so weird. It's got songs that have nothing to do with Nintendo. It's tied to Valiant Comics. It's just a gem from the 90s. When I was a kid, I wanted a copy of this so bad. For $1, there is absolutely zero chance that I'm leaving it behind. Seriously, you guys have no idea how long I've been looking for this CD. This and Moblin's Magic Spear on cassette are the two Nintendo audio treasures that I've been trying to find in the wild since I was a kid. And to find this in a Goodwill for $1 complete is just amazing. I still can't believe that I found it. And you know what? You can find cool stuff like this too. Thrifting isn't dead. All you have to do is go to your own local Goodwills, pawn shops, flea markets, and swap meets, and take a good long look around because you never know what you'll find. You won't know unless you look. Until next time, my name is Neil, and I will always love video games. See you next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the rest of the channel. We make new videos weekly. Also, don't forget to subscribe, follow us on Twitter, and follow us on Facebook where we do random Steam game giveaways every week.